As the second largest continent, Africa is home to 30% of the world's mineral reserves. It holds 40% of the world's gold and at least 90% of its chromium and platinum. It also has the largest reserves of cobalt, platinum, uranium, and diamonds. With the global demand for batteries rising and the search for new sources of energy, the world is reliant on minerals from African countries. But many African leaders are looking to reclaim control of the continent's resources.
We need to process our lithium and get value.
Lithium is a highly sought-after mineral that is often referred to as white gold. Because of its usability and demand in the global energy market, lithium has earned the status of gold. Lithium is a mineral that has the potential to change not only the fate of those who control it, but also the fate of the entire world. However, only a few countries are blessed with this mineral, Zimbabwe being one of them. However, the Zimbabwean government has decided to ban all raw lithium exports. Why is this so? What could be the implication of this ban on the economy of Zimbabwe? And finally, will the ban on Zimbabwe's export distort global lithium prices? Well, stick around till the end as we go into details. Zimbabwe. Officially, the Republic of Zimbabwe is a landlocked country in southern Africa bordered by South Africa to the south, Botswana to the southwest, Zambia to the north, and Mozambique to the east. Zimbabwe is an African country rich in natural resources such as minerals and arable land. According to World Bank data, arable land accounted for 10.34% of Zimbabwe's total land area in 2020. Zimbabwe also has an abundance of natural resources such as lithium, diamond, gold, coal, iron ore, chromium ore, vanadium, asbestos, nickel, copper, tin, and platinum group metals. But more specifically, Zimbabwe has Africa's largest lithium reserves and the world's fifth largest reserve. Not just that, but the southern African country has numerous lithium greenfield projects in Garamanzi, Merengwe, Chirugwai, Zishavane, Baikara, and Mutuko. Baikara Lithium Mine is Zimbabwe's largest lithium producer and home to the world's largest known lithium deposit, containing approximately 11 million tons of lithium. The mine has been in operation for approximately 100 years, but the resource has remained largely untapped for decades due to a lack of investment. Meanwhile, the growing global demand for electric vehicles has attracted more Chinese companies to Baikara and other Zimbabwean mines in recent years, transforming the southern African country into China's next frontier for the key EV battery component. Move to Zimbabwe's lithium export ban. As of December 2022, the Zimbabwean government banned all lithium ore exports. This comes after the government stated that they had lost over 1.7 billion euros by exporting it as a raw mineral and not processing it within the country into batteries. According to the government, Zimbabwe has most of the minerals in Africa, and it is enough to meet 1/5 of the world's needs when its known lithium resources are fully exploited. If this is successful, it will usher in a new era for Zimbabwe's economy. Despite the fact that it is on track to become one of the world's largest lithium exporters, the government believes that rather than allowing foreign companies to dominate battery production, it should establish its own battery industry. For decades, like many other mineral-rich African states, has allowed multinationals to extract its raw minerals without developing local industries that could process them and create many jobs. Meanwhile, the ban was also imposed to prevent artisanal miners from digging up lithium and smuggling it across borders while profiting from value addition. The importance of lithium has grown as the world shifts towards clean energy, particularly in transportation. It is especially important in the manufacture of high energy density rechargeable batteries due to its high electrochemical potential. Battery manufacturers believe lithium-ion batteries will continue to dominate the industry because they are now 30 times cheaper than they were when they first hit the market in the early 1990s. Meanwhile, global demand for EVs has grown rapidly in recent years, and it is expected to account for more than 30% of annual vehicle sales by 2030. In addition to EVs, lithium is an important component of the technology that powers mobile phones, computers, power tools, and wind and solar energy battery storage. Ceramics, greases, and pharmaceuticals can all benefit from lithium. This means that processing lithium ore to produce lithium carbonate, chloride, or hydroxide has significant economic benefits in terms of export earnings and industrialization. In fact, global demand for lithium is increasing, and prices have risen roughly 500% year on year, sparking a global rush to secure lithium resources and position oneself in the value chain. According to reports, lithium prices increased by more than 101.4% between January and March of 2022. Similarly, lithium carbonate prices in China, the world's largest EV market, reached a new high of $84,000 per ton in November. With this, Zimbabwe is of the belief that its economy can better benefit from the price increases in lithium. So, what's the current state of the economy? The Zimbabwean economy has long been classified as a lower middle income country by the World Bank. Smuggling and low worker wages have been persistent issues facing the economy. Zimbabwe's economy is also plagued by high inflation rates, resulting in a small tax base, and the government resorting to money printing to fund its expenses. According to the World Bank, Zimbabwe's economy will grow at 3.6% annual rate in 2023 and 2024, owing to a better agricultural season, slower inflation, and a relaxation of pandemic requirements. However, inflation peaked at 280% in 2022, one of the highest rates in the world, and is expected to remain in the triple digits in 2023. Zimbabwe's total public debt is $11.1 billion, which is 53.9% of GDP, with external debt accounting for 95.6% of the total, including $6.4 billion in arrears to international financial institutions, bilateral creditors, and private creditors. However, the mining sector in Zimbabwe has been identified as a key driver of economic growth. The industry accounts for between 12 and 15% of annual GDP, and the diverse mineral base has the potential to generate approximately $18 billion per year. As a matter of fact, lithium mining is one of the minerals expected to boost Zimbabwe's mining sector to $12 billion by 2023. Lithium mining in Zimbabwe is expanding, with several projects in the exploration phase set to begin production in 2023. Prospect Lithium Zimbabwe, which is Arcadia's project's holding company, will invest $300 million to rapidly develop the lithium mine and build a plant with a processing capacity of 4.5 million tons of ore at a production capacity of 400,000 tons of lithium concentrate per year. So given the vast deposits of lithium in Zimbabwe, it has the potential to become a significant lithium source, potentially dominating global supply. Zimbabwe's ban on the export of raw lithium has significant implications for the country's economy. However, this can also help contribute significantly to the economy. Because of the growing popularity of electric vehicles and renewable energy storage systems, as well as the fact that Zimbabwe has abundant lithium reserves, the ban on raw lithium export is intended to promote value addition and mineral beneficiation within the country. This simply means that Zimbabwe will have to process its lithium locally before exporting it. This will generate jobs in the country, resulting in higher wages for industry workers and an increase in household income, which can then be used for increased household consumption, leading to reinvestment of profits into more workers and better equipment. The ban on raw lithium ore exports would also result in an oversupply of lithium, thereby lowering domestic prices and benefiting lithium processing plants and battery manufacturing plants that buy lithium. Zimbabwe's government is also aiming to reduce its reliance on mineral exports through large investments in higher value-added processing facilities, putting the country in a good position to deal with the ban on lithium exports. The reduced reliance on mineral exports would help Zimbabwe diversify its economy and reduce its vulnerability to commodity price fluctuations. However, there are fears that the ban will reduce foreign investment in Zimbabwe's mining sector. Investors may be hesitant to invest in Zimbabwe if they are not permitted to export raw materials. This could lead to a decrease in mining activity and a decrease in export revenue. Not only that, but some analysts are concerned that Zimbabwe's ban on lithium exports will distort global lithium prices, owing to the fact that Zimbabwe has one of the world's largest lithium reserves, as well as the largest in Africa. So while the ban on raw lithium ore exports may have some positive consequences for Zimbabwe's economy, such as job creation and increased export revenue, it also may have negative consequences, such as reduced foreign investment in the mining sector and distortion of global lithium prices. Or will it? Zimbabwe is a small producer of lithium in comparison to other countries. The African country is the world's sixth largest producer and the continent's largest lithium miner. However, it only accounts for a small portion of global lithium production, which is unlikely to significantly increase global lithium prices, given that Australia and Chile account for more than 75% of global lithium production, and more than 90% of global lithium reserves are concentrated in just 4 countries. Having said that, the ban is clearly a major attempt to make Zimbabwe a bigger player in EV battery production and to support the country's clean energy transition, and likewise also aims to encourage local metal processing. It remains to be seen whether Zimbabwe's ban will be effective. Many economists will be keeping a close eye on the country in the coming years. What do you think about the export ban of lithium in Zimbabwe? Let's know in the comments section. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more related content. Thanks for watching.